time is right around the corner, and we are in the kitchen today, and we are going to be making a cheese ball. You know, cheese ball is a southern thing, and when you're going to somebody's house, you can always take a cheese ball. They're real easy to do. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorites, and actually my niece came up with this recipe. It actually won a cook-off that we had one year. So I'm doubling the recipe today, but I have, as you'll see, 4 blocks of cream cheese. But you can do, if you want to do a single recipe, you can just do 2 blocks of cream cheese. But I have 4 blocks of cream cheese. You gotta have Lauri Joe's products in here, and I have the pineapple pepper jelly, which is what the recipe calls for. And you just mix that in, pour that in with your cream cheese mixture. And then to that, I'm going to add some bell pepper, and you chop the bell pepper up, and this is 1 whole bell pepper, and I'm going to chop this in my little handy dandy chopper. It doesn't take but just a second to chop it up. And if you don't have one of these, you might want to get you one. I just love it. I use it all the time for everything. You can chop all kind of things in here, and they're good. I travel a lot, so they're good to carry on the road. It doesn't require a plug-in, and you can chop something just really quick. And it grates it pretty fine too. So I've got the 1 bell pepper chopped up. Pour that in. And then we have 2 bags of the mixed cheese that we're adding. You can grate your own cheese, and a lot of times I'll do that if I have plenty of time. Today I'm not doing that, but a lot of times I do grate my own cheese. And then garlic salt, and the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons. You see how I measure? I'm a real good measurer. I measure right there in the palm of my hand. 2 teaspoons of Cavender's, which is a Greek seasoning. Cavender's makes everything better. It's a staple in my pantry. And then 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. So these are basic ingredients that most everybody has in their pantry. And then we're going to add a jar of dried beef. And I just went ahead and chopped that. I could have chopped it with my chopper that I had. I usually do my dried beef with a pizza cutter. So I've already went ahead and prepared that. That's chopped up. And you're just going to add that to it. And then when I mix things like this, I just do it the old-fashioned way. You can do it if you have a stand mixer. You can do it with that. But I just like to take my hands and get in there and mix it together with my hands. This is one of those things that if you've got a little one at home, scrub their hands good and get them in the kitchen and let them help you. They love to help cook, and this is something that you can fix them a bowl, get them on the kitchen counter, and let them help. But you just mix this up and get all of your ingredients mixed in together. And like I said, cheese balls are a staple in the South. I'm sure many of you have seen the videos that are things Southern girls say. I love those videos, and I love to see the one where the girl says, "I'll take a cheese ball." That's me. I take cheese balls to every function that I go to. They're just easy to do. But you know what? My tray is always empty when I leave those functions because they're always eaten up. So when you get this mixed up, you can wrap it. I usually wrap it in wax paper and let it sit in the refrigerator. It's good if you can let it sit overnight because all of your flavors will marry together and it'll just be that much better. But if you're running short on time, it's okay. You can have a flatter cheese ball and it doesn't have to be real firm, but if you can let it sit overnight, that's good. And you can form all different kind of things with this. I have made them before in the fall and rolled it in crushed Cheez-Its and made a pumpkin out of them with the stem of a bell pepper. I have made them before at Christmas and made snowmen out of it. Today, I'm going to be making 2 Christmas ornaments. So, like I said, this is where you can bring in the kids and you can just do different things with them. So, we will get this one fixed up, and I'm going to have to wash my hands before I know I'm going to be sticking them right back in, but it will help to form the ball to roll it into our toppings. And today I'm going to roll one in dried parsley and one in smoked paprika to form our different balls. So, make sure I get my hands good and dry. And I'm just going to take a small portion of this mixture and just form it into a ball and roll it around in the dried parsley. And once your parsley begins to stick, even though we didn't let it sit overnight, you'll see that it's easier to form into the ball. Okay, and we have that one. And then in just a minute, we're going to come back and we're going to add our ribbon to this. And that will finish out our ornament. So, wash that off, and then we'll do the smoked paprika. So you can just get creative with this and come up with however you want to do it. You could chop bell pepper, red or green peppers if you wanted to, just whatever your family and friends like. You know, you can just get as creative with these. You can do them in pecans, just all kind of different things that you can come up with to roll your cheese balls in. I've never had a bad cheese ball. You see people roll them in the ranch cheese ball. You've had it rolled in black pepper. You can even just roll them in cheese. So I've done one of these for a baby shower where I had to make it look like a carrot and take celery and the stems of celery and put it at the top, and then take grated cheese and put on it, and it looked like a carrot for a Beatrix Potter themed baby shower. So you can just do all kind of things with cheese balls. You can make Christmas trees out of them, and with different kinds of vegetables, and that's ways that you can get kids to eat cheese balls and eat vegetables by taking tomatoes and slicing them in half, the small tomatoes, and you'll see children eating the vegetables, the tomatoes, and take bell peppers and slice it where it looks like ribbons. You can take olives and make it look like snowman's eyes. There's just so many things that you can do just being creative. So now we're going to take some ribbon. And of course, this is not edible ribbon, so don't go to thinking too far out of the box. But we're just going to put it on here. And my fingers, my smoked paprika is getting on my white ribbon. So I'm going to give it a little tint that I didn't intend to do. But just going to tie this up in a little bow. And it's going to look like that we have either a little ornament or a little Christmas present, so that it's not just a plain cheese ball. And then we're going to do the same thing with this side. And once you add your crackers to the tray, well, if I could tie my ribbon, it will look like you have been in the kitchen for hours. And we literally have probably been cooking maybe, 5 to 7 minutes, if that long. And you can take some pine, fresh pine, or any kind of, and we can work on those bows, but some fresh pine, even some ornaments, but put your crackers on here and just really decorate this plate, and it will look like that you've been in the kitchen for hours working on just a good old Southern cheese ball. And you will be the hit of any party that you go to, and I promise your tray will be empty when you go to leave your party.